Okay, opening the joint committees on Health, Human Services, and Homelessness with the Committee on Energy and Environmental Protection for the purpose of hearing one important two resos for Friday, February 18th, 2022, 10 a.m. agenda. Members and audience, to highlight that the HHH committee has instituted a 2-minute time limit for each testifier. Please be rest assured that all your testimony has been collected and shared with all the representatives on both committees. Want to know that if you are temporarily disconnected, we will try to reconnect you. If there's a network failure, our great IT staff will do their best to set that back all up. If not, we have to repost another hearing notice. Remember, please mute yourself and your video off while waiting to testify. Please avoid using trademarks and copyright images, and please refrain from using profanity and uncivil behavior. Okay, so moving on to the measures HCR 6 and HR 2, requesting the United States Navy to prepare a plan to decommission the Red Hill bulk fuel storage facility, store its fuel in a manner compliant with state law, establish a new water treatment facility, pay for all costs to the state, and comply with all future remediation efforts. First, we'd like to call up DLNR.
Good morning, committee chairs, vice chairs, and committee members. Neil Fujii with the Commission on Water Resource Management, DLNR. The department stands on its written testimony in support. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. I don't have any other state entity. Okay. Board of Water Supply.
Good morning, chairs and committee members. Ernie Lau, manager and chief engineer for the Honolulu Board of Water Supply, in strong support of this resolution. And mahalo for considering it.
Okay, thank you. I have HSTA.
Aloha, Laverne Moore, speaking on behalf of Osa Tui Jr., president of the Hawaii State Teachers Association. The Hawaii State Teachers Association strongly supports this resolution and wanted to let you know that recently the HST Board of Directors unanimously called for the defueling and closure of the Red Hill bulk fuel storage facilities. It cannot be allowed to continue to operate and put at risk Oahu's primary source of fresh water. It must be closed as soon as practically possible. Mahalo for the opportunity to testify.
Thank you. We have Our Revolution Hawaii. Okay, provided testimony in support. And Nikos Lavernes. Okay, also signed up to testify in support. Members and audience, we have all testimony in support. We have them from Department of Health, Livable Hawaii Kai, Livable Hawaii Kai Hui, 350 Hawaii, Environmental Caucus of the Democratic Party, and numerous individuals, Lynn Akusaka, Lynn Matsusao, Douglas Prin, Shannon Rudolph, Ashley Nishihara, Linda Nishihara, Anna Chun or Chua, Maria Davis, and Pete Doctor. Members, those are all the testimonies submitted. Members, any questions? Representative Ward?
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Lau, Ernie, are you still there?
Oh.
Yes, go ahead, Representative.
Ernie, if you were in charge of this, you were both the governor, you were the admiral, you were the taxpayer's guardian on funding. What would you do to make a win-win out of this thing?
To make a win-win out of this thing, I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Well, no, you're in charge. You're in charge. You're going to fix it so people in my district don't get, contaminated water, and all of the water that goes through is pure. But we move it, or what do we do to make sure that DOD has got their defense and their asset in place at the same time taxpayers have aren't paying an arm and a leg. At the same time, your priority of pure water, which you got on the back of all your trucks, is met. In other words, you're the czar
Okay.
of Red Hill. What do you do?
Well,
That's the
thank you,
question.
Representative. If I was ever in that position, and which I would probably never be in that position, but this is what I would do.
Okay.
I would immediately look to, if I was the Navy, reconstruct new tanks, above ground storage tanks at other locations, not over a drinking water aquifer, because I would say having fuel storage and having safe drinking water are both as important to the mission of the military. And from a community standpoint, safe drinking water is critically important to our community. And also as a taxpayer, investments in a 80-year-old facility really doesn't make any sense. And it's very difficult and very expensive to do it underground under those conditions. To build it above ground, it's already proven. The news stories about the facility, 80 million gallons of storage in Darwin, Australia, being constructed in above ground storage tanks for $270 million. Keep in mind, already the Navy has spent, and this is according to their own numbers, $250 million just responding and reacting to this pollution, this contamination crisis. So that money could have been spent to construct maybe 80 million gallons of a brand new above ground storage tanks at other locations, not over the aquifer. So back to you, Representative.
Mr. Lau, that's very informative. Is that assuming then there are many places in Pearl Harbor that do not sit on top of an aquifer and would fit what you just suggested?
When they did a study, an alternative siting study a number of years ago, we thought there were 2 sites in that study that were viable to be constructed on Navy property, very close. One of it was actually almost above the lower access tunnel with the fuel pipelines going to Pearl Harbor. So it would reduce the 3.5 miles of pipelines that they have to maintain right now to move fuel from Pearl Harbor 3.5 miles inland uphill over our aquifer. They could just use some of that pipeline and reduce the amount that they have to maintain and be responsible for. So we thought there was room there on Makalapa area that they could construct tanks. The other site, I think, was also Navy property elsewhere. I don't remember that exact location. But I think there are viable sites and also private storage that can also be used to provide a hybrid solution. But definitely nothing constructed underground over our aquifer.
Thank you, Mr. Lau, and your continuous fervent testimony. Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, turning it over to Chair Lowen.
EEP members, any questions? All right, if not back to you,
Okay.
Chair Monet.
Thank you. We'll take a brief recess. Brief recess. Okay, reconvening the committees on Health, Human Services, and Homeless with the Committee on Energy and Environmental Protection for decision-making on these two resos. I want to thank all the members for both committees for being here. Members, the recommendation of the chair is to move HCR 6, HR 2, relating to United States Navy to prepare a plan to decommission Red Hill bulk fuel storage facility, storage fuel in a manner compliant with state law, establish a new water treatment facility, pay for all costs to the state, and comply with all future remediation efforts. Members, the recommendation of the chair after long discussions with the special committee and other members to move this as is. Members, any discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, who's that? Sorry.
Representative Har.
Okay, Representative Hart.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes.
Chairman. I want to thank you and the Chair of Energy and Environmental Protection for hearing this measure. This morning, it was reported that the spending bill that President Biden will be signing today, otherwise the federal government will shut down, included $400 million in there for Red Hill, $100 million specifically to drain the tanks. And so, this was really a collective effort, our congressional delegation, you, Chair, as well as the Chair of Energy and Environmental Protection. So we're really looking forward to moving this along. So thank you so much for hearing this important resolution.
Okay, thank you, Representative Hart. Anybody else? Okay. All right. So members, please turn on your video so we can take the vote. Vice Chair, please take the vote.
Thank you, Chair. Voting on HCR 6, HR 2, Chair's recommendation is to pass unamended. Chair, Vice Chair votes aye. Rep Gates.
Aye.
Rep Hart.
Aye.
Rep Capella is excused. Rep Nishimoto. Excused. Rep Ward.
Aye.
Chair, your recommendation is adopted.
Okay, thank you. EEP.
Thank you. And same recommendation for EEP. And this is reaffirming a letter sent from the whole House, a while ago, that Red Hill should be decommissioned in a timely manner, and the Navy should comply with state law. And we look forward to moving this over to the Senate and hope that they move it out promptly as well. So members, any discussion? All right, if not, same recommendation as Health and Human Services, Vice Chair.
All right, voting on HR 2 and HCR 6, Chair recommends passing an amendment. Chair, Vice Chair vote aye. Representative Hashem.
Aye.
Representative Matsuyoshi.
Aye.
Representative Prusso is excused, I believe. Representative Todd.
Aye.
Representative Tokioka.
Aye.
Representative Matsumoto.
Aye.
Chair, your recommendation is adopted.
Okay, thank you all members. We, the House wanted to expedite this, these measures. So thank you for your attendance, especially since results, this is quite early. We are adjourned. Thank you.